Alright guys, it's that time of year where I do an account review and I tell you exactly how my year went. It was a very, very weird year. Last time it was so awkward. I don't even think I made an account um, year-end review, but I'll put you into the figures. I have spreadsheets I want to show you just to see how and break down the performance of what I've been doing over the year. And maybe we can compare it to some of the other years while we're at it. Happy New Year to everyone, by the way. Hopefully, 2024 is even more prosperous than 2023. It wasn't that prosperous for me. I mean, it was definitely much, much better than 2022, but I should have made more money. I missed out on a lot of the market rally. I made some mistakes with Nvidia, and it cost me dearly. So I'll show you all of those maneuvers here in the numbers once I get into it. First, before I get into the numbers, let's go into the account real quick so I can show you where it's sitting at. So this is the year to date. I finished at 140, 300 and something. So I'm sorry, this is the year chart. So about 46,000, this is the numbers here, and $77 gain. This is what the chart looked like. It's very weird because at the very end of last year and the very beginning of this year, I had a really, really big downturn and a really big upturn. So both moves kind of limited each other. Then I hovered around 135 to 145 for a very long time until the end of this year when I took another big hit with MPW. And now I'm recovering with Realty Income and MPW. So I'm right back up to 140. All in all, in 2022 and 2023, I'm about flat, honestly, for the 2 years. I haven't moved up or down, which is a little bit disheartening since most people have had a much better 2023 and were able to swim out of the losses of 2022. Perhaps not if you were invested in growth stocks, but if you were just sticking with the market, you'd be doing a lot better than I am. So let's look at the numbers, right? This is a spreadsheet that I run um, and I track my performance with. So over here, it's basically premium movements. The pluses and minuses are basically my moves that I've made through the year, and the minus means I am buying premium, I'm buying options, and the plus numbers means I'm selling options. And so these are basically the moves of the year. You can pause the video at any time and try to check them out, but here are the totals at the bottom. Very strange this year is that I have more red months on premium than green. In fact, I only had 5 green months, and only 2 of them were really substantial green months. And March, 6,383, and in October, 5,147. And if it wasn't for those 2 months, I would be pretty much deep in the red when it comes to my premium plays. But I did end up almost $3,000 in the positive for my my options operations. Compare that to last year, you'll see that the premiums gained was 49,700. So I did a lot better in options last year than I did this year. 2021, I got 17,000 in premium. In 2020, it was 12,000. So this is definitely the worst year since I started keeping statistics like this on these spreadsheets is more like it. All right, so dividends. The highest dividend income this year, 8,607. I have switched more to dividend stocks and dividend like REITs and companies. So that's to be expected. 8,607 and 90 cents compared to 2022. That was 5,530 compared to 2021, only 2,992. In 2020, 2,458. So increasing every year, 8,607 is quite a large amount. I might even beat it in 2024 as I'm transferring most of the account into dividend paying stocks at the moment. Cash at the end of the year is negative 89,774. Margin expense, so the money I've paid out because of margin interest, is 2,390, so quite a hefty bill to have to pay. And if I subtract that from my options operations and try to bridge those together, I've only really made like $600 this entire year, if you don't count trades or dividends. Now, this number here is very interesting. Let me see if you can see. 32,144 from trades, but that's little consolation to the amount of money I lost in 2022 due to trades. So 32,000 might seem like a lot because of the rebound in January, basically. But if we scroll down to 2022, look, from trades, I lost over 100 grand. So I only managed to make up a third of the money lost from trading in January this year. If it wasn't the $50,000 I got in premium last year, I would be very, very far behind right now. And so if you take into account the dividends, the premium gained in the previous year in 2022, and if you take into account the dividends and trading winnings from 2023, then I'm about even. So that's about $100,000 right there. And I'm about even for the last 2 years combined. So 2 years worth of action, no gain, which is very disheartening. But that sounds about right. I mean, that's kind of like an average active investor's returns, really. I'm trying to be obviously better than the market, but in the last couple of years, it has not happened. So I haven't had a winning year since, this is technically a winning year over the market. So, okay, I should, but I lost so hard last year that I can't even begin to think of this as a positive year, but it is. It's $46,000 gain. You'll notice some changes to the account. So the account should have had about $185 in it, $185,000. But I did take out at about even money, not at a loss and not at a gain. I took out some of the extra investments I had been making in 2020, 2021. At about even money, like I said. So the account is a little bit smaller, but the figures are actually more accurately reflective of the action of the account. If I pull it out to all time, then this number, actually 370%, is more accurate than it was before. I did start this account at $30,000. You can see back in 2018, about August is when I started taking this account pretty seriously. And I wanted to get to $1 million from 30, and if I kept adding money in, it wouldn't really be the same thing. So I guess you could say that I've gotten from 30,000 to 140, which is $110,000, gain. But it's been definitely a turbulent journey, and it's already been 5 years. So even though that's a lot of percentage gained for 5 years, it just doesn't seem like that much. Like, I'm very slow to be getting to that million, and might not happen anytime in the near future. I'm definitely a lot more pessimistic about getting to $1 million anytime soon than I was, in previous years. Sorry about my voice. I'm coming over a really big sickness, but I had to make this video to kind of wrap up the year. So I apologize for that, for my raspiness. Okay, what other numbers can we glean here from these spreadsheets? Let's break it down even further. So a total gain of 46,000 means almost $4,000 gain per month. So $3,839 gain per month. 717 of those were from dividends. So if I did nothing, right? If I did nothing and I just collected dividends, I would be getting a paycheck of 717 per month, which is kind of mostly what I plan on doing this year until I figure out a position, a time and place where I can really try to hit a home run and make a big move and put a lot of money on the table. There's a lot that could go on. I have a risky position that I carry in the account at the moment with MPW, so I don't know how that's going to play out. It could go really badly, or you could spike up, or you could do nothing. I mean, it's a very volatile position, so who knows what's going to happen in the account. But I do have a $1,500 worth of a dividend coming in January. and that's gonna compound nicely with the dividends from O and Maine. So as well as um, I'm probably gonna be getting a small dividend from VZ, Verizon, and I'm gonna be getting rid of that position because I have an in the money call sold on that position from Verizon. So I'm gonna be getting rid of Verizon. I'm gonna have just Maine and Realty Income, and I'm gonna really reduce my debt. As you can see, I have $90,000 in debt at the moment in margin, with Robinhood, so that needs to go away. And once I clear that, I'll be looking to margin up again whenever the opportunity presents itself, but I'll have to make sure there's the right moment. I tend to get into positions too early, and I tend to exit them too early as well. So I need to really focus this year on not doing that. Okay, I'm gonna wait longer to get into positions, and then I'm gonna wait longer to get out of them in order to get all the credit. Like I could have had a much bigger rise in capital early in January this year, except I sold call positions on all of my winnings with Smith and Wesson, and I exited the company between $9 and $10, but it ended up running to like $12 and $13, and I think it's somewhere around there still. So I could have had a much bigger gain. I would have been over $200,000 already. So it's one mistake that I'm making, and I'm gonna look to improve this year. That's my New Year's resolution, if you want to call it that. What other interesting numbers can I show you here? Let's take a look at, oh, over here. I was doing some credit spreads and all this garbage, and that's why these numbers are pretty fantastical. But there's like, it says 170,000 plus, 170 minus, etc. A lot of movement on these, positions. I try to really capture the volatility of Nvidia during May, but it just kept on getting more and more volatile and just did not work out for me. I ended up losing $5,000 this month, and if I hadn't done this move with Nvidia, if I didn't mess with something I didn't really understand that well, I would have been up, 8,000 premium instead of only 3,000. But no, I digress. If there's anything else you want me to show, these are all my current positions. I will show it to you. Just make comments in the comment section of the video, and I will explore everything in further depth. I'll show you my positions really quickly as they stand right now. So this is Realty Income, my biggest position at $120,800. Then I have Main Street Capital at 54,684. So nice dividends from both of these. And then Verizon, this is the position that I'll be getting rid of. It's $3,700 right now, but I have a call sold at 30, so I will be getting rid of this position soon. I am on the positive, so total return on the option strategies minus 546, total return on the stock 711, plus the dividend. They're probably gonna have an ex-dividend date pretty soon in January, so I'm gonna collect the dividend off of them before I sell. It's gonna be great. I did the math. This is the kind of trade that I should be doing more often. I did the math of this trade way back when I opened it, months and months ago, and I did the mathematics. I saw that it's gonna bring me like 5 to whatever 6% a month, and I'm like, all right, I'm pulling the trigger. We're gonna do it. So I did it, and it's playing out just beautifully, and it's giving me the percentages I want. Like if I had my entire account doing plays like this, then I would have been in a much better situation. But I'm trying to go for big risk on things that I don't understand as much, and that's been my mistake. So Verizon, and then lastly, MPW, Medical Property Trust. Now, I've done a lot of homework on this, and in fact, I made a video. The video that I made before that, and then another one a couple videos ago, are all on this company right here. So I've done a lot of digging, and I'm pretty sure I know where the company stands. I'm looking to get out at around $7 or even $6.50. I'll be happy to get out at. Currently, I have calls sold with a value of negative $200 right now. And I'm looking that to get to 0 by the 19th. And then I'll probably sell more calls on the positions, but at a lower strike zone. I'll be happy, like I said, to get out at 650, but I'll be looking for a $7 exit if I can. But this company could go down further, so we'll see. So almost $52,000 in this position. All in all, if we go to the investing tab, you'll see that I have a market value of $230,500. So my equity is $148,000 at the moment, and margin used is almost $90,000. This is a visualization of the spread between equity and total market value. And these are my positions by total return and then by equity. Okay, so if you have questions about anything, I've been using Robinhood for a very long time now. I have other brokerages too. I have Interactive Brokers, E-Trade. I use Wealthfront for my Roth. And if you want to use Wealthfront, let me know so I can refer you, because I'm running out of space on my Roth, my free robo-advisor. I need more referrals. So let me know if you want to use it. We can both benefit from it. And then what else did I got? I think that's basically it. Let me know if you got any questions. I'll be happy to talk about any of my positions, or if you have questions about Robinhood, just investing. I've been doing it for a very long time, like 15 years or more actually. And I'm learning something every day, and I'm getting more and more humble every year. So I have a lot of knowledge and experience. If you have any questions about investing, trading, using options, anything you want. All right. And with that said, I'll do probably more company reviews moving forward. I'm not going to do these account reviews very often, but I did, want to be transparent. I haven't been doing it, like I said, but I do want to stay transparent with what I'm doing, so you can kind of see my performance, even if it's not very good, like in the last 2 years. But I'll try to hopefully beat the market again this year and make sure I swim out of that $140,000 range back onto that $200,000 range by the end of this year. That's my goal. All right. With that said, hopefully you guys had a great year, and looking forward to the new one. Peace. Oh. Peace.